In the serene town of Evergreen Peaks, nestled deep within the mountains, winter brought with it a breathtaking blanket of snow. Skiing was not just a sport, it was a way of life for the locals. Among them was Clara, an avid skier known for her daring runs and competitive spirit. One frosty morning, Clara decided to tackle the infamous Black Diamond Slope, a treacherous trail few dared to attempt. As she ascended the lift, the thrill of the challenge coursed through her veins. Little did she know, a darker force lurked in the shadows. As she sped down the slope, the crisp air stinging her cheeks, Clara felt an unsettling presence. A figure watched her from the tree line, cloaked in black, their gaze fixed intently on her every move. Dismissing it as paranoia, she focused on her technique, weaving through the trees with practiced grace. But the figure was not just an onlooker. That night, as she prepared for bed, Clara received an anonymous message on her phone. "I see you on the slopes. You'll never escape me." Shaken, she dismissed it as a prank. The next day, she skied again, determined to push through her fear. This time, however, she felt it, an icy grip of dread as she raced down. Suddenly, the figure from the previous day emerged, darting onto the slope, causing Clara to swerve violently. She lost control, crashing into a cluster of trees. As she lay immobilized in the snow, pain coursing through her body, the figure approached. It was a man, his face obscured by a ski mask. Clara's heart raced. "Why are you doing this?" she gasped. With a chilling calmness, he pulled off the mask, revealing a familiar face. Jack, her former boyfriend, who she thought had moved away years ago after a bitter breakup. "You left me, Clara. You never understood what I sacrificed for you," he said, eyes wild with obsession. In a horrifying twist, Clara realized Jack had been stalking her since she returned to Evergreen Peaks. He had plotted this moment, luring her to the dangerous slope, hoping to teach her a lesson about abandonment. "Please, Jack, let's talk about this," she pleaded. But he only laughed, pulling a ski pole from his pack. Clara's heart sank as she realized the depths of his madness. In a struggle, Clara fought back, using her strength and the icy terrain to her advantage. She managed to kick Jack away, sending him tumbling down the slope. He landed awkwardly, his body sprawled at an unnatural angle, lifeless in the snow. Breathless, Clara scrambled to her feet, thinking she was free. But as she turned to ski down the mountain, she stumbled upon a series of crude markers, each marked with a name. They were past victims of Jack's obsession, women who had crossed his path, each one leading to a gruesome fate. Then horror struck her. Clara realized that she had not escaped at all. Jack had planned everything meticulously, and she was only the latest chapter in his twisted narrative. As she skied away, adrenaline surged through her. She had to warn the others to escape the curse of the Black Diamond Slope. But as she reached the lodge, breathless and wild-eyed, she looked back one last time. In the distance, she saw Jack rise from the snow, bloodied but not beaten, and she understood that the nightmare was far from over. The sport she loved had turned into a slalom of shadows with no end in sight.